quite exciting.
Yeah.
It's more in your mind. It's still very manageable. But when we started selling out to more than 5-10 stores, we left Akwa Ibom to other states. It stopped being funny.
And if anybody had told me to guess, wild card, which of my seniors was going to sell yogurt? Welcome to Founders Unfiltered. I'm here again to have another honest conversation with you. And now let's say, take me back 20 years ago. 20 years. Damn, I'm old. But take me back 20 years ago, back then in secondary school, and if anybody had told me to guess, wild card, which of my seniors was going to sell yogurt, I would never have ever guessed. But well, here we are. So, ladies and gentlemen, today we have on set my senior. Clock it. The only senior that did not flog me throughout my stay in Air Force Comprehensive School. Oh well, it's nice to have you on set, Barrister Enwongo.
Thank you very much.
Oh, sorry, Barrister Enwongo.
You're actually still correct. Thank you very much.
Oh my God, I am so honored.
The same here. I'm happy to be
honored.
here.
I am happy.
Happier than you.
Okay, so let me just go straight. But I mean, why did the lawyer start selling yogurt?
Nigeria. Don't mind me.
What's the motivation?
So it's actually marriage.
Oh, nice,
Yes.
nice. Oh,
Yes. I
They are
don't think
good
it's
marriages.
very facts.
They are good marriages. They are good marriages. I'm
It's
a
marriage.
testimony too.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, of
yes.
course.
It's
Okay.
marriage. So my husband had always wanted to run a food and beverage business, and he had
Interesting.
started the yogurt, and then we got married. Started in 2018 when we got married, and then I was still in practice. Still I'm in practice a bit, and I realized that this was actually something very wonderful to be a part of, building something this nature right from home here, and then having to send it to other parts of the country. So for a very short while, I just paused the law practice and went fully into yogurt production. So that's like the summary of it.
Everything. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering what my favorite yogurt brand is. Hello, Denim's Delight. Yoghurt. Oh my God! I knew this was going to be very interesting. I could already see that this session will be very interesting because you've always been this person that had humor.
Oh yes, I'm a comedian.
So we post comedian. She has not gone on any stage before.
Where should this year?
We'll set it up for you.
Oh, thank you. I'll take it up.
Oh my God! But then, let's talk about growth, right?
Okay.
Let's talk about growth. As you progressed in business, we've established the fact that your husband had a vision,
Yes.
and then marriage happened, and you had to chase the vision with your husband. You had to pursue, and two heads are better than one, obviously.
Yes,
And here you are, you have a brand that is on shelf. I know this brand. I can identify with the brand.
Yeah.
I think I saw it from when it started from the first supermarket.
Yes.
Then second, then third, then it became something that I always looked out for. Then I saw it on the shelves of market square, and I'm like, good. But then, through all of this growth parts and processes, there must have been challenges.
Absolutely.
Pressure. Because expanding from one chiller to the next one would definitely come with pressure.
It does.
So at that point, when demand increased,
Yeah.
was there a point when you started to feel less excited, or you started to the excitement was no more there, but it was more of pressure?
Yes.
How did you handle that?
So we started at first. Was just people ordering from the house. Oh, I want yogurt. Oh, I know Enwongo, so let me buy yogurt. And then the lockdown happened. Actually, the lockdown was one of the best things to happen to our brand. Because at that time there was no a lot of companies and manufacturing
That
firms.
shut down.
Yes, and then logistics in state to state was not as frequent because of the
Yeah.
restriction in movement. So it gave us an opportunity to put and establish our base here
Local market.
in New York. So when the shelves were empty, Yogurt-wise, we were the people that were filling it up. You understand? Before the other ones came back, and when they came back, they saw a new face in the
And then
market.
there was this consistency
Yes.
thing
But-
happening there.
Absolutely. But then the pressure part. So you know, when you start something new,
You sleep.
it's quite exciting.
Yeah.
It's small in your mind. It's still very manageable. But when we started setting out to more than 5-10 stores, we left Akwa Ibom to other states. It stopped being fun.
You're like, I think I'm.
You can't even sleep. You can't even sleep. The moment where my husband separately is at work, I am here. You are thinking of how you're going to make production to meet up supply demand. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What's going on here. And we had to learn. How to handle all of that
You
pressure.
have to adjust too.
Absolutely. Getting people more hands, to work with us at the factory, having to even get machines and tools that would help because we stopped using our hands,
You had to know
to
to make a
meet.
nice.
Absolutely, that's the word. Putting in a good structure. And then when we had to get our NAFDAC number, the pressure was not even something to write
And
about.
NAFDAC is per product.
Yes, 15 NAFDAC number. It wasn't.
For 15
for
varieties
15
of
varieties of
SKUs.
products,
Oh
yes.
my god.
They
And
showed
that's
us.
money.
Yes, it is. Nobody
That's
tells
money.
that part.
Nobody does that part. That's money. A lot of
Yes,
money.
A lot of money.
But that's good, I must say that I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you so much.
I'm really, really, let me say it. I am very, 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 very proud of you.
Thank you so much. It
Okay.
means so much to me.
Oh my god. Okay, so now, you talked about expansion.
Yeah.
Your last sentence talked about people. You talked about systems.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm going to ask you a very question. I noted this question down because
Okay.
for me it has a lot to do with brands.
Okay.
When you picked up, because expansion literally means that you had picked up,
Yes.
right? Growth was doing well, right? And what part of the business gave you more stress? Is it the people? Is it the systems? Or is it just trying to keep up with demand? So the people would have to do with internal employees, staffing. No, I'll beg to differ from just staffing.
Okay.
I'll beg to move towards your clients.
Yes.
Because they make up the people.
Yeah, that's true.
And they make up a very primary part of the system.
That's true.
Because you can produce and then you do not
Have anybody to pick it up.
So which of these three? If there's another part I've missed out, I don't know, but which of these three gave you the most issues?
That's very quite dicey. I think let me start with the people. When we picked up, so at first we had maybe 3-4 hands, became 5, became 10, became 20.
Easy to manage at that time.
Yes, and then having to get the right hands to work with us.
Your team members to have the vision.
Absolutely.
And not just knowing it, pen on paper,
Yes.
being able to internalize it.
Yes.
And be able to run with, no matter the
Yes.
jokes around it.
Yes.
But when you work with people that we're heading here,
Yes, they know it.
They know it. It makes it easy.
Yes.
So how were you able to interpret that to your staff?
Okay, so we run a very open system in the factory. In fact, I have one of the best staff so far.
If you are watching,
Yes.
your madam is proud of you.
Yes, I am.
If you are watching this, your madam says she is what?
She's proud of you.
She is
Thank you so
what?
much. Proud of you.
It's okay.
Yes, so we run an open system. We let them even know the financials of the company.
Oh, interesting.
They know the profits we make. They know the sales that we make. But we had to carry them along. They understand. In fact, they have an idea of what happens, what we have to expect per month. We did not want to, do it just behind the scenes. We wanted them to see, to see the numbers.
Right now?
Yes, it is. In fact, it's an open board system.
Oh.
They know what we sold for the month of June, for July, August. They can tell you. In fact, my staff are even in a better position to tell you ourselves than even my husband and I ourselves. You get. So when we carried them along, they could see when it expanded. They understood the times we're not doing well, and everybody was responsible. So we gave them a sense of ownership. Yes, we gave them a sense of ownership. Because when you can follow the numbers and the figures, especially for things like this product at the stage that we are, it's easy for you to say, you know what, I'm going to do much better next time.
Yeah.
My production manager, when the sales are big going down, he knows what to do immediately. He knows what change to, bring. He knows where to pivot. So it took the pressure off us. But getting to that point was trial and error. Getting the right people. Is this the right hand? Are we getting the right persons in production, in packaging, in logistics? Is a lot of thing. Then same back to people, even our vendors as well. People that supply us with milk, the raw material, the plastics. There was a time that we held hostage by one of our vendors who was giving us plastics, because of his erratic prices, and it affected us as well. So we had to even learn how to now blow our own bottles by ourselves. Customize our own bottle to avoid these issues.
I think I noticed the change.
Yes.
People like us.
Our customers.
Yeah,
we should give you an award. Igwe, you deserve an award.
Oh my God.
So that is it, Then back to our customers. So we are also blessed with the best of customers. Like this morning before I came here, I had a complaint from a young lady who is living here. Her name is Nsikak actually. She said, have you changed something in your Greek, especially the banana? I've observed these,
So
now,
they're really particular.
Yes, they are particular, they participate, and we accept all of those because it helps us get to where we are, the feedback, yes. I accept all feedback. Bad, wicked, good, the crowd feedback, yes. Yeah,
the ones that just want to tell you, they want you to hear their voice.
They are ones that just want you to go down. You must go down.
We pray against such
yes,
customers.
but we accept all of that, yes. So the people has been the most not challenging, managing, the expectations outside, managing the internal expectations of our staff inside, yes.
Another thing, I feel like when challenges happen, it's an opportunity to grow.
Absolutely.
Because if your plastic supplier did not put you on hold,
you would never have known that even the cost of having ours was cheaper.
Exactly.
We thought it was like rocket science. Someone has to disappoint you. Every appointment is a disappointment.
Lines they cry. Rhymes. Don't worry. So
yes.
But I feel like it's pretty much good. Yeah. I really appreciate challenges. For me, whenever I find myself in any situation, any challenging situation, I just feel like, women, you can do better.
Absolutely.
You can do better. Nobody can hold you hostage.
Yes.
Nobody can keep you in a space.
Yeah.
You can move past anything so long as you put your mind to it, which is good. I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
As a lawyer, the Barr.
Cancel.
Now, has your legal background helped you? I know that in law, wanted me to study law. Okay,
I made a very good lawyer actually.
I'm graduated by now.
No, I don't think so.
But I wanted me to study law.
Okay.
Side story.
But you're right where you are. I've always known you to be this communications person. Yes. From when you could sell anything to anybody.
You guys, offer me a marketing hub. I will sell my people. But she wanted me to be a lawyer, and because I could negotiate a lot, like you said, and she felt like negotiation is part of law.
Absolutely.
And I know, is there a course around it? Was there a course around negotiation?
Yes. Even though it was like a very tiny part of, how our university systems are. You would have passed it, yes.
So has your legal background helped you in negotiation? Apart from the ones that our parents taught us, there is knowledge that your mother teaches you
in the market.
It is different from the one that your lecturers.
That's true.
So the one I don't know what your mother taught you, the one your lecturers taught you.
Yes.
Has it rubbed off?
Oh, it has.
Okay. So can you give us maybe a 2-second scenario?
Okay, for instance.
That's the other person.
Being a lawyer has really influenced the way we go about this business.
Mm-hmm.
We preempt issues before they happen. For instance, all of our staff, we have a contract with them. Some people just hire people with no knowledge of how to get them to work, not just to be loyal, but also to abide by the rules. So being a lawyer, I knew that there's a thing like contracts. You need to have a non-disclosure, you need to have a non-compete, clause. You need to have these things that will protect your company from external influences, probably theft or sharing of ideas. So being a lawyer, I already knew that this is what's going to happen when we have more hands, and it has preempted that for us. Then also being a lawyer has made me understand how to navigate issues of compliance. So before someone comes to chase us, we're already chasing them. You understand? Yes. Before maybe a government parastatal or agency comes to us, we really know what to expect. Yes. So it has helped us minimize a lot of friction with government and with agencies, because we're trying to put our house in order. The legal background I think it's one of the best things about what we do here. interaction, negotiation, like you said, even mediation, because one of the things we are taught in law is how to mediate in situations, even how to litigate cases. So that law background, what I learned in university and law school, has very significantly impacted how we go about this business.
So you get to show your staff this part of the body.
Yes, they get to see it.
They hype you.
Oh, they hype me. They do actually.
Okay, so in the course of all of this,
Yeah.
right? We've talked about systems, people. We've
Yes.
talked about a lot of things. Now, I'm sure you're conversant with investments,
Oh yes.
bootstrapping, and investors. So, at what point did you feel? I know in the course of expansion, right? Did you ever feel the need to open up to investors? Did you have fears of losing maybe a tiny piece of your business
Yes.
to an investor? Did you go ahead with it? Do you have
Okay.
investors right now?
Okay.
Or are you bootstrapping? Are you self-financing?
Okay. So those English are very big. We are bootstrapping.
I have to show. I have to show
Yeah, don't mind me. I'm
that
pulling
I studied communication.
So actually, self-financing is one.
Yeah.
I won't use the word investments because we have not invited investors into the business.
Okay.
And 2 years ago, we had so many people indicating interest. Oh, I want to invest. For us, it wasn't a problem of, oh, you can bring your money, let's invest. But like you said, we did not want to lose track of what we had built so far. We wanted to get to a certain point. So we are still in the building phase, actually. This is just our 6th year in the market. So 2018 was our registration date, but we started, production 2020 very, very particularly, So these 6 years, our 6th year in the market. We don't want to just bring in people to invest without us understanding what we are building and then to see to what extent we are going to grow to. So we've gotten to, actually, there have been moments where we've gotten to, a point where we needed people like external monies. And what we did was maybe shop around some friends. Oh, like a loan, let me just use the word loan very simply. We pay back, they give us some money, we pay back. So there's no much expectations, oh, I'm having so and so shares in the company. But maybe when we get to our 10th or 15th year, we can now start opening up ears, bringing in more hands and all of that. Why we've not opened it up is because if they come and invest and everything goes bad.
but then you know that investment is a risk.
Yes, I know it is.
I feel like every business has its own risk factor.
Absolutely.
Every business, and it gets even worse with FMCGs, right?
Yes.
It even gets worse with agro products.
Yes, absolutely.
It gets worse because these are perishable items.
Oh, very short shelf life for us.
Short shelf life. However, people have to take the risk because if you don't take the risk, you'll probably just be in one space.
But we also wanted to minimize the pressure from outside that we have.
Yeah.
So
they can help you stay safe.
Yes. In fact, there's sometimes that, for instance, my husband would even deny himself a lot of things and say, you know what, the money I'm having from maybe so and so work I'm doing, you're putting it strictly in the business. We're not looking outside to get anything, and it has helped us. Oh, we needed loans, like I mentioned. We reach out to some friends, and in fact, some friends even, come and tell us, yes, I want to be. But the investment part, we've not opened up to general and public investment. It's just, here financing, self-financing, bootstrapping there. Also, last year I got into a grant. Grants are very tedious. Like I said earlier, people that apply for grants year in, year out, they are really doing a lot of work.
They should make it a professional job. Yes.
It wasn't easy. Just begging for money. Just give me the money. Let me take and go. You get. But we were able to get something, and it was also helpful for the business at that time.
Okay, so let's look at it this way.
Okay.
Right. Let me just throw something out there.
Okay.
Now, people will not invest in you. Not investment for profit, right? People will not give to you if you do not build competence and character. So somebody must know that the money I'm giving you, you would give me back.
Absolutely.
Somebody must know that I can trust you to pay me back, whether it is good or not. You will definitely pay me back. That means you must have built some level of character and trust.
Yes.
So has there been any time that these two things have been tested?
Okay. So now very generic. When we started that first time, we told friends we are doing this, we're starting the yogurt production, very massively, we want to do this. But the thing is, at that moment, they did not really see what we were able to do. You know, you said something. They not say anything on ground per se. You know, yes, they were interested, but we need to show working. We need to show our own capacity first of all, so they can meet us halfway. We don't want them to come all the way to us. We need to go at least 50% of the mile. Yes, before and then, you know, in showing what we could do, you know, the extent of which we could, you know, produce our yogurt, you know, put it in shelves and all of that. They now knew, okay,
you're serious.
Yes, and then they could also see. So the thing with trust is you need to also understand how the money works. So that means you have to be open.
Yeah.
You cannot just be an investor.
With records.
Yes, with records. Absolutely. And you also need to keep very good records. You need to show them this. If we get so and so gram of milk or so and so kg of milk, this is what it gives us in the yogurt. So if we are not able to do that, you should not expect anybody. And that's how we've been able to build, you know, competence. Even with NAFDAC registrations, and we also do what they call yearly, you know, NAFDAC checks you every year. You need to keep records. You need to show what you're doing. Where did you supply to? Was there any complaints from here? Do you recall any batch? You know, and you need to track every single thing. And business has taught me the record keeping part too. I'm that person that I've just been, you know, but with business, if someone says A, you put down the A. If it changes to B, you also put down the B, so you can see that there's a trail, you know, of data, like you said.
And business owners have to take record keeping and bookkeeping very important because of the whole FIRS thing happening right now.
Oh yeah, that's true.
So you know what you just said reminds me of when I started PM Media Marketing Services. It was an ad later, right?
Okay,
and I started with a graphic illustration of the spaces I want to sell. And I did not start off with a done ad later. So I went to my friends and said, I have this. I do not have the ad later. Buy the space. You will see the ad later. I had people buy the space without even seeing the product. It was not left for me to be able to build on that trust. That they interested me within even if it's 500 naira, just go ahead and do it. So building that up, and to be honest, I have clients who have stayed with me since
I remember
till now. So it's a whole lot.
I think I even still have like 2 of your. Yes, I will need to check it, and you know,
legacy
I used to keep those things.
Legendary clients. So now this and that, like I want to just wrap up with this, right? I'm going to ask you one fire question. I want to ask you this one.
Okay.
If you were to look at your 20-year-old self, no, remember, 20 years. Let's take it.
I'm 35 years.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's a big girl.
Yes.
So if you were to look at that yourself, in one Cleopas, when you
of the Air Force.
Of the Air Force when you were in JS2, right? And if you were to look at that Enwongo right now, what would be one thing you would tell Enwongo?
Oh, life gets better. But you need to put in the work.
You need to put in the work.
Yes.
Because it doesn't come to you on a platter.
It doesn't. So except your father is a political figure
Even
somewhere.
if your father is a political figure, your father is still going to tell you that before he became that person, he worked his ass out for
That's true.
So you need to put in the work.
That's true.
So I'm going to ask you one question. What keeps you going? Discipline or motivation?
Can I say both? Yes.
You can have external motivation.
That's true.
Right? You can also be self-motivated to do something. But when you start doing that, then you need discipline to keep
at it. Absolutely.
Right? So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Enwongo. Sorry. Mistake, guys. Thank you, barrister, producer, co-founder, Enwongo.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me. I looked forward to this.
Same here.
And I enjoyed every bit of this conversation. I feel like this duration,
we'll need to expand it in future.
Yeah, we need to be my production team. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome.
I'm hoping that you must have picked a thing or two. You must have learned a thing or two. Enwongo is a serial entrepreneur. Enwongo is a barrister. Enwongo has had to do a couple of legal stuff for our agency. Has had to advise founders as a community, and your original founders is a community of female founders. We are built around real stories. We are built around honest conversations. We are built around journeys that most women don't even show outside. But we are here to make you feel safe in our community. So you have Barrister Enwongo in our community. In case you feel you have the need to reach out to a lawyer, you have a need to reach out to an advisor away from denims, please reach out to her. And we hope to see you in the next episode. Thank you very much for joining Founders Unfiltered. Bye. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you for coming on our show.
I'll be back again.